I wanted to show you a new feature in ProgressBook that we just activated. It's being able to send an email blast or a mass email to both students and parents right from ProgressBook. So I know that we could send mass emails in Google Classroom, and that's how most of us are going to continue to do that. But to be able to send emails to parents as well, maybe having a link to a blog or just giving them updates on what their child should be working on, that could be very helpful. Now, before we start, one little sidebar to that is the parent has to have a parent access account. So they needed to sign up to be able to go into parent access to view their child's grades. If they don't have that, I know in the lower grades they don't utilize that, but if they don't have that, you can't use this feature to email all the parents. Okay, so as long as they have their parent access codes, I believe it's from grades 5 and up, they're good to go. Anything 4 and down, I don't think that this feature is going to be able to work for you, unless you want to do it for the students. So with that being said, the first thing that we want to do is on our gradebook page. So when you log in, you should come to your gradebook. If not, click on it up here. We're going to go down to where it says update email address. If you don't do this first step, it's not going to work. So hopefully you didn't skip ahead in the video. So update email address, I click on that. And then my email address is already entered because I entered it before when I was practicing this. Yours will be blank. So make sure that you put in your Poland School's email address, make sure that you double check it that it's correct, and then press update. It says your saves or your changes have been saved. So if you don't see that, press it again. If you're, I don't know, cautious about it, just click it a couple times and you should be in good shape. Okay, and you're going to click on the close button. I'm using a Mac, so everything's opposite of where it is on a Windows, so I'll close that out. And then I'm going to go into one of my classes. So as I go into app design, excuse me, one too many clicks. So as I go into my class, I can see that I have all my students, and then up here it says classroom administration and class notifications. Okay, so I want to click on class notifications, and it's going to bring me to this page. Now at the top we get a warning that says your email address is not in the access domain, please update it, blah blah blah. I was going to send this video out yesterday, but I saw this message and got a little nervous. I didn't know if I needed to update some of the district settings. When I talked to Gretchen, she said that as long as you clicked on that update email address and it was there, that you don't have to worry about it. So just ignore this message if you've put in your email address and clicked update and the changes have been saved. Okay, so ignore this thing at the top. Now this message is intended for students, parents, and then students and parents. Okay, so we have the 3 options. If you just want to send a blast out to your students, then you can just click on that. If I click on parents, now as you can see, my student list did not change. So what it did was it looked to see who had a parent access account that was tied to this name, and it updated the list that way. So if I went through each, maybe everyone has it, maybe I'm missing a couple. Again, the only way that this works is if the parent signed up for a parent access account. Now I could put an individual student over by clicking on the name and then clicking this single arrow. If I don't want him over there, I can go ahead and bring it back over. If I want to bring everyone, I can click on these 3 arrows and that brings everyone over. The one at the bottom brings everyone back. Okay, so I could do, again, students, parents, students and parents. I'm just going to bring everyone over. I'll type in my subject. I'll type in my message. And then I could send my email. You can see where you type your message at. You could bold, italics, underline, highlight, bullets, change the font, and all that good stuff. You can insert pictures if you want to. Basically, whatever you want to do. So that is a quick tutorial on how to use ProgressBook to send emails out to both parents and students. I don't know if I said this before because I've done a couple takes of this, but I would use Google Classroom to continue to send emails to your students and messages to your students. But if you want to send messages to your parents, I think this is a great way of doing it without having to collect all their email addresses and enter them in the computer and do all that stuff. So it's completely up to you. You don't have to do anything with this. You don't have to email your parents. I'm just giving you another option for those remote learners, just to make sure that we're all doing what we're supposed to. If you want to do it a traditional way, let me just go back real quick. I was going to end it, but I just thought of this. So I'm going back to my dashboard eventually. Okay. And I want to send an email to, I don't know, we'll send it to Max. If I click here, we can see all their information, their contact information, parent access. This is actually the parent email address, and that's what it's looking for when it sends the emails out. If I just want to send something to her, I could do what I just did, or go into clicking on the student's name, going into personal. I believe the same thing's in contacts as well. Yeah, the primary contact is right here. I can copy, paste, put it in my Gmail and send it that way as well. This basically was for people who want to send it to every parent in their class. The last question I had about it that I asked Access, excuse me, was can I send it to like every parent of every student that I have this semester? And they said no, you have to do it class by class. So hopefully this was very helpful to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. But I think it's pretty straightforward. Hopefully it's something you could use. Okay, thanks.